Which one is better? IELTS, TOEFL, or maybe TOEFL? Not IELTS, or maybe IELTS and not TOEFL. Whatever. Maybe they both are good, maybe not. Now, this is what the question that I usually encounter from many of the students who are planning for the study abroad. So, basically, this is the kind of a question that usually appears in the mind of a lot of aspirants who are there who wants to go for study abroad or either PR or work visa. So, basically, the most of the important question that put to us or I encounter is, ma'am, which is better, IELTS or TOEFL? Or what is the difference between IELTS and TOEFL? Now, today I'm gonna bust all the myths that you guys are having, and I'm gonna clear out everything that you need to know when it comes to IELTS or TOEFL. Let's get started. Now, first of all, let's understand what is the IELTS. The full form of IELTS is International English Language Testing System. Now, it has two formats, academic and general. If I be very brief to you, the ACAD ones are for those who are going for study abroad, and the general ones are for those who are going for work or PR. These are the two modes in which we can appear for our IELTS examination. Now, delivery, it is based on two kinds of deliveries. The first one is the paper-based and the second one is computer-based. Now, what is pen paper-based and what is computer-based? Now, let me help you out over here. Pen paper-based is the traditional method of appearing for examination like we have done so far in our schools and colleges. The traditional method of appearing in examination, while computer based is a kind of examination format where you have to have a computer setup and you have to appear for your examination there. Both of them is going to be at the venue given. You have to go to the venue and you have to appear for the examination in both the aspect, be it pen paper or be it computer based. No home-based examination is, appreciated in your IELTS examination, neither the TOEFL examination. Now let's get back to IELTS. Now let's understand the validity is for 2 years. So your IELTS scorecard is valid till 2 years from the date of result. After that, for 2 years, you're going to have your results with you valid. Okay, after which you might have to appear for your examination again in order if you're looking for a visa application. So, this is what the entire introductory framework of your IELTS examination is. Now, it is basically a proficiency examination which is known as English proficiency examination. As you all know, because we are moving to a foreign country and we do not belong to an English speaking nation, we belong to a Hindi speaking nation, because of which the examiner or the people want you to be fluent in English for a reason that you do not have to suffer the communication barrier that you might have if you will not prepare for your examination, or if you will not pay clear attention to your English enhancement, then definitely you will face issue and a communication hindrance when you will be traveling to the further city. Now, this examination is not at all required when you are going for a tourist visa. Let me confirm that. This examination is only and only important when you're going for study abroad, work, or PR. Now let's move further and let's talk about what is TOEFL now. So TOEFL, TOEFL, whatever you feel like calling it, this is how it is pronounced, and it is Test of English as a Foreign Language conducted by ETS, which is Educational Training Services. Now, this is also a proficiency examination that you guys have to take if you are planning for study abroad and so on. Now, what's the best thing about it is the TOEFL IBT is properly internet-based test. It means it is surely dedicated to computer-based test, and you don't have the pen paper based test while an option over here available, which means it is fully computer based test. It does not have any variation like we did in our IELTS examination from the term academic and general. So in TOEFL, you don't encounter this kind of you don't encounter this kind of bifurcation. Furthermore, its validity is also of 2 years. So one thing that we found common in IELTS and TOEFL is the 2 years validity that we get from the date of from the date of result to the 2 years, till the 2 years. Okay. Now, this is the basic introduction of both the examination. Now, I'll be helping you in order to understand the minute bifurcation that will define the clear differentiation between both the examination. Let's get started. This is how the test format of IELTS and TOEFL look like. Now, IELTS is of 30 minutes, 4 recordings in listening. Now, one more thing we have got in common is both these examination caters to 4 modules of yours, that is listening, reading, writing and speaking, being one of the most important pillars of any language. Now, in IELTS, we have 30 minutes for recordings for listening. On the other hand, in TOEFL, we have 36 minutes lectures and conversations at the same time. So, it has only a difference of 6 more minutes in TOEFL examination. Now, talking about the reading part, for reading, we have 60 minutes and 3 passages of answer. In total, we have to answer 40 questions over here, while we have to answer 40 questions over here too. While on the other hand, if we have a look at the reading of TOEFL, we can find that 35 minutes and 2 passages. So we are going to encounter 35 minutes, which is less than IELTS, but we have less passages as well to cater. While IELTS only judges your reading and listening to whichever module they are dealing with, on the other hand, TOEFL, irrespective of the module, even though your module talks like you are dealing with reading, it also takes care of your writing, listening, speaking, and reading itself at the same time. So while IELTS is only talking about that particular module, if it says reading, it means reading. But in TOEFL, if it says reading, it not only means reading, but it means writing, listening and speaking at the same time. Chalo, now let's move ahead and let's talk about the writing module. For this, we have got 60 minutes and 2 tasks, which means 2 questions we have to cater. On the other hand, in TOEFL, we only have it 29 minutes and 2 tasks. So while here you get 60 minutes for the 2 tasks, here you're only getting almost 30 minutes for the same 2 tasks. Right? If I'm going to talk about the speaking portion, we have 11 to 14 minutes of face-to-face interview. With this, we do have CBT. Now, we have virtual interviews available at the same time. So, we not only have only face-to-face interviews available, but we also have virtual interviews available in our IELTS examination. And one more case scenario is in case they do not have the examiner for face to face, they might also change your examination pattern from face to face interaction to virtual interaction depending upon the availability of the examiner. If they have the examiner available, they are going to take your test while having a face to face conversation, while on the other hand, there are high chances that they might convert your examination to a virtual examination if they face any lack of examiner. Okay. Now let's move ahead. While on the other hand, we can see 16 minutes and we have to present, we have to provide recorded responses at the same time. I hope this kind of bifurcation is quite clear to you guys. Okay. Now let's move ahead. Let's talk about the scoring system that we have for our IELTS and TOEFL examination. For IELTS, we have 0 to 9 band score, 9 being the highest band score. 9 being the highest band score and 0 being of course the lowest band score. And don't worry, you also get one band score. You also get one band score for participation. Now why am I telling you this? Now what is this participation band score? Basically, in case if you fail to answer any question in reading and listening, in case you fail to transfer your answers into a reading answer, into the listening and reading answer sheet, then in that case, just because you participated, you are going to get one band. But I'm damn sure that you guys don't want this to happen, so it's better prepare yourself really good so that you don't get at least this but this, right? Chalo. For the TOEFL examination, the total score is out of 120, 30 per section, and it depends upon the demand of the university. If you're going for study abroad journey, then it depends. Now the band scores or the minimum required score is decided by the university, and respect to that, you're going to take your decision. Now let's talk about the speaking section specifically, which has a major change. So IELTS, it has face to face with examiner, and TOEFL, it is recorded response evaluated by AI and human raters. So your TOEFL scores are also judged by AI and also the human raters too. So this is what we have. Pros and cons of each approach. We do have pros and cons of each approach. So basically, there are some people who might feel very nervous when dealing with face to face interaction, or maybe they might feel a little low confidence because there are high chances that in face to face interaction you might encounter a foreigner, you might encounter someone from maybe USA or maybe UK. There are chances because of which candidate become very 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 underconfident because they are going to be judged by that person, so it eventually makes them, but that's okay. That's a normal human tendency, I believe. So it's like you can overcome it by practice, while on the other hand, for TOEFL, it's the recorded version. So you don't have anyone over there in front of you to judge you based on how you speak, but your responses will be recorded just fine so that they can be tested later on, while IELTS ka band score is given then and there. The moment you are appearing for examination, the moment you leave the venue, your band score is already being decided by the examiner that what band score you range in, while on the other hand, in TOEFL, it happens a little bit later. Okay, so this is what happens in both the examination. Now, test duration and convenience. Let's talk about it. So for IELTS, it is 2 hours 45 minutes in total, while for TOEFL, it is 1 hour 56 minutes in the revised format. IELTS offer more flexibility in the format because you have CBT, you have PBT, you have academic, you have general, you have UKVI, you have IELTS for UKVI as well, while TOEFL is faster and fully digital. Anyone who has a really good hands-on experience on the desktop and the system, definitely I'm going to recommend this particular format for them. Okay, and anyone who is very 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 comfortable with the traditional mode of appearing for examination, for them I would highly recommend IELTS examination and then to the pen paper format of it. Okay, chalo. Which test is easier now? One of the most complicated question and the highly asked question from me is which one of them is easier. So to be honest, so see, IELTS is more natural speaking, varied accent, while TOEFL is structured academic English, which is trek friendly. So basically, IELTS has a very natural thing. It means like they're gonna ask you about your day-to-day activities. They're gonna ask you about their past experiences, anything that is generalized. Definitely no logical question, no current affairs, no, not much academic interference. You're going to figure it out in IELTS. While on the other hand, TOEFL is very, very, very much academical, and they are going to have a, like academic English kind of vocab or the standard, and it is very tech friendly. So basically, the person who needs to appear for for TOEFL, it has to have a really good hands-on experience with the desktop. Otherwise, they might face a bit of complexity at the time of preparing for examination. Okay, while both of them are a proficiency examination, I believe it doesn't matter. It's really very important for you guys to take the decision depending upon your comfort level. While I'll give you different format of appearing for examination and different format for different purpose of your examination. On the other hand, TOEFL has just one format, one structure, and one motive to appear for examination. Now IELTS gives you a little bit more comfort as compared to TOEFL, but at the same time, as I said before, make sure to take your decision wisely, and also make sure that it aligns with your comfort zone, because exam already has a lot of things to just think upon, or to just overthink, or have an anxiety or be nervous about something. So it has a lot of things to cater already. Don't add this as another option for you, right? So it's important to take care of your comfort zone and appear for examination. Depends on student comfort level and strength, of course. So this is what I have just said, that it depends on your comfort and your strength. If you think that for computer based you guys are very, very comfortable, no doubt on that part. If you think that the traditional method is going to add an icing on the cake, fair enough. Definitely no one has any problem with that, but just make sure you are comfortable, and this is the only thing that you're going to decide once you start practicing with it. Okay, let's talk about some of the final verdicts so that you can take your decision wisely. Now, no one size fits all answer choose based on. So basically, destination country depends, personal strength, format preferences, encourage mock test before deciding. So of course, I mean, this is one of the easiest and the most convenient method through which you can decide which mode and which format is going to be best for you. Make sure you take your decision wisely. And that's all. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I hope now you are having a clear idea and a clear head that which one you need to appear, whether it is IELTS or TOEFL. Let me know in the comment section which team are you, Team IELTS or Team TOEFL. Okay, bye bye, take care.